traders OKX. So today I'm going to show how I did this trade. I made to 2000, which is $2,000. So it's basically simple how I made it, and then I'm going to show you. But I know like any of you don't believe, but that's how I succeeded this trade today, which is recently. I've done it like 4 hours ago. So basically it did take profit from this point, this level. Then these are precisely my trades. 2 at the morning today, Friday. Oh, these are Friday trades. Okay, this is Friday, Friday morning, Friday at the morning, Friday in the evening, then Monday today. So basically I saw this, I made this, I break this on US dollar index. So basically I want to show you how I did it. So I know some of you may be confused of these lines, what's happening, what's doing, but basically you can see by DR low, DRL equilibrium, I'm basically trading a dealing range. So basically I'm going to show you how I made my $2,000 on TradingView live trading today. But basically I want to show you how I did it, but just simple, just very simple analyzing this. For me it's simple, I don't know for others, but just want to show you. So basically what are you seeing here? This lines is dealing range, so it's called dealing range. The strategy is called dealing range. Then this is my, so basically first I did is to look for my dealing range. So basically I started by looking for one dealing range. So this is very simple to look, it's very easy. So basically when I look for my dealing range, I look for old highs, old lows. So basically I start by looking for my old high and then to my old low, or my old low, old high. So I look for old lows and old highs. That's what I do. So what I do, basically I look for my old high from this point. You can see from this point was midnight. So I can't trade midnight. I have to like wake up from 7 a.m. then starting to analyze the I just wake early to just analyze for the day. So basically I started by looking. So I basically saw this low, old low. So basically it's an old low. So it's an old low. Then I will go more and more looking for old highs, old low, old highs, until I find my last old low and my first old high, or my first old low, and then the last old high. So then I came across this as an old high, then got raided. But eventually, if I done my dealing range, it would have not succeeded, because see, market continuate shows a continuation, repeat, that's a continuation. Then I find my next old my old high. There's it, that's my old high. You can see here price raid it rapidly like that. Then I had to move to the high of this. Then again it happens, means then I've been left with this old high. So basically then I've got my old high and my old low. Then now I'll focus on doing on trading. Now I relax, I say okay, then I found my old low. Then now it's time to look for a trade. So that's where I relax. Okay, sharp. Okay, now I got my old low and my old high. Then I'll start by doing my dealing range. Then from there I'll start looking for my entries where I would like to enter or where I'm gonna enter my trade. So basically I'm gonna start here. Okay, let me do this. Okay, basically I'm gonna start here looking for those things. Let me do this and go a little bit. So we're gonna do this. See, now I got my dealing range out. That's how this dealing range was done, or that's how I found my dealing range. Then I traded there. So basically I don't think about what's gonna succeed, what's not gonna succeed. So basically if it doesn't succeed, I move. When it doesn't succeed, I move. When it doesn't succeed, I move. So if price changes the scenario or my bias and raid this low dealing range, this low, the dealing range low, the DR low, so basically that's where I shift everything, right? That's where I shift. I'm no longer going to look for what? I'm no longer going to look for bullish bias. I'm no longer going to look for bullish movement, but bearish movement. Cause price if comes and raid this low, it means we have another one, new low, and a what? A old low, another old low, right? It means this low is no longer our major low. So then this one will becomes our major, then this one, then we move it, then we're gonna have this high and this low, then we're gonna shift. Then that's how we're gonna know. We know that if price, now let me show you, if price does this, so I'm always prepared for everything that's gonna happen. So if price does this and go high, and then what happens, it goes high and go raid my DR low, then the scenario changes from bullish to bearish. So what do I mean by saying that? So I'm no longer gonna focus on bullish moves or finding an entry on the bullish, because if I look, I see now price, it means this dealing range, it fails to move price up, but now it shifts the bias into what? A bearish bias. I'm no longer going to move for bullish movements or price that's gonna go up. I'm gonna focus on what? This low being created and this low being created and this high, means my dealing range is gonna go on this high to this low. Then what? I wanna wait for price to move what? Into the premium level, into the premium side, where I'm gonna look for what? My entry again, my entry models. It can be a fair value gap, an order block, or breaker blocks, or something like that. Then what? Then I'm gonna go down. So I'm always prepared for everything. So that's how I'm successful with my trade or something like that. But I'm not yet successful, so I'm just getting there. I'm finding my breakthrough. I just need capital. That's all I need. I need capital. So I'm still working hard, to find my capital. Still working hard. Sometimes fear does to lose my capital, but now I'm just focused on breakthrough. Nonetheless, those other things I don't think about. So now I'm gonna show you. So I found these rapid black candles going down, same black candles. So when I was taught dealing range, and then I found entry models, some they taught me how to find entry models in my lower chamber. I don't have to look for like a single black candle for order block. You can look for rapid black candles going down as my order block in the higher time frame. In the higher time frame, if I go to this, if I go to 30 minutes, 1 hour, you can find this is a block in the higher time frame, so I use that in the lower time frame as my entry model. Understand? So then I go again, I look for what? Fair value gaps. So remember, I'm looking for discount at the discount side. That's why I'm gonna look for my what? My price from. So in order to succeed with this, so whenever you have a bullish bias on a daily range, you need to go to the discount side to look for your entry. If you go down, you look to the premium. So if I want premium, if I want to go to the premium, if I want to move to the upside, I look for discount at the I look for my entries at the discount zone. Everything that's up there, I don't look at it. I look for something in the lower side. So that's why I found this order block, high time frame order block. Then I look for fair value gaps, invest, all of these breakup blocks. Then I go again, I look for my point of interest. So if all of them, they fall under the order block, basically I'm gonna use my order block. That's where I found my entry. My order block is a high time frame order block. It's very serious. Is a high time frame order block, so it has a high probability of moving to the upside. So basically I'm gonna go 100 pips, because you know this has a higher liquidity or volatility. Volatile is very has high volatile. So I'm gonna go for 100, 200 pips, and I'm gonna go from this point to the high, to the DR high, dealing range high, then to the below of the dealing range low. So then that's how I look for my entry. That's how I made $2,100. That's how I made 2,000, meaning 2,000. So that's how I made it. That's how I made my thing. So basically I can look for other things that will actually will actually boost my bias for bullish move. So basically I see this invest fair value gap. I see a lot of things, guys. So that's how I made my trade successful today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe and like, share. So for me to grow, so I'm still a young trader, still growing, I'm still getting myself out there. So thank you. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video.